Hi and welcome to Scott's Inverts. I'm Scott. These are the inverts before we pair up the adult female Balfori that we got from Kevin Bigley. So this is the second female that we're actually pairing. I want to just run you up to date with two really cool updates, and they are these. So the first update of the two is the Atlas moth. So this one has hatched out this morning, the 17th, which is absolutely awesome. Just stretching the wings there, so it's not quite ready for flight yet, but as soon as those wings are fully dried out, this one will be off and flying around. An absolute stunningly beautiful species to have. They, as adults, they last around 2 weeks before they actually pass away. They have no mouth parts because they've consumed all the food that they need as a larvae, which is absolutely incredible. Now the second update is our Cameroon crab spider has actually had another egg sac and has popped out the spider army. So we have around 100 to 200 babies all floating around in there. A lot of them have already come out the egg sac, but trust me, there's a lot more inside there yet. Absolutely awesome. So the Atlas moth has popped out. We are waiting on the other three now as well, and those Cameroon spiders are just literally a spider army. Anyway, let's crack on with today's pairing of the Balforis. So we've got the male in a tarantula room catch tube. I do this quite a lot with the males. Treat them with respect, and then what I do is I just slowly let them walk out by themselves, literally like this. So I stood like this for around 15 minutes before the male actually got his confidence up enough to get into the female's enclosure, like we see just here. Now there was very, very minimal kind of vibrations or tap-ins from the male. In fact, when he moves around like that, that was enough to grab the female's attention. I'm wondering, maybe the male needs to make another sperm web. Maybe that's why he wasn't tapping and vibrating as much as what we normally see. But that female in the background is lurking, and the look in the eye of her, I was like, are you going to munch him or are you going to get it on? Luckily, they actually do get it on in a little minute or two. But this is the build-up. So the male's there with his front legs up, and the female, again, still lurking in the background. But I'll tell you what, she is absolutely beautiful. But the blues and the purples on his carapace and his legs really make this Balfori mature male stand out to be absolutely beautiful. I think at this point he's kind of sensing the environment that he's in now, so he's picking up on the female, he's touching her bits of web that she's laid down. She's only been in here around 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks, so she hasn't webbed it up fully yet. So maybe he needs to wait until she's fully webbed up so he knows what the score is. But there was a couple of shakes going on there, and then a little bit later on, just off camera, boom, he flew out the enclosure because she went for him. Now, 2 seconds later, again, as I picked up the camera, he just literally went round the enclosure and there he was. So he is facing down on top of that female, and oh yes, there we go, absolutely perfect. I do go for a side angle, but I think the insertion's already been done at this point. And again, the little legs from the male tapping away on the female. Just think he's like tapping away as if to say, please don't eat me, or what's going on. Now, from this angle, I was really hoping he was going to do another insertion so we could get it on film, but no, he pulled out and then started tapping again. So let's see what actual footage we can get. The embolia was out then, but the actual embolia doesn't seem to be doing the insert at the moment. I think he inserted in that first. Oh no, there we go. Yep, boom, insertion, absolutely awesome. I'm so glad I'm doing a voiceover because that means I actually seen that insertion. So I'm a little bit more confident now that it actually happened. But a little bit later on, he's there, she's there, tapping away again, and away he goes for a second innings on the female. And typical, I go down to the side, and of course we can't get a decent angle, and it's all over. In fact, the female runs away from the male that time, which is really, really interesting. Normally it's a male doing a runner from the female, but that was the Balfori's fastest pairing in the world. Boom! Boom! So that was the quickest or the fastest Balfori pairing on the planet ever. We are going to wait for that mature male that we got from John Horner to produce another sperm web and then put him back in with the female, and hopefully they will pair again. We do it 2 or 3 times just to hopefully make sure it is completely done and the job is actually done. It gives a lot better chance of actually getting a successful egg sac, or a fertile egg sac I should say. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, we shall see you again on the next one.